All right, we're here with Jeffrey Rastrelli in southern Florida, way down there. Jeffrey, man, it's a far haul.
Yeah.
Where are you here in southern Florida?
We're in Palm City, Florida, about 5 hours into Florida, about 5 hours south.
So when you go to a race, there is no close races, is there?
No.
What's your closest?
I think it's either Alabama or Tennessee.
How far is that?
About 12 hours.
Wow. You've been racing the Nationals for a while now, I think? What is it, 5 years?
I've been racing the Nationals since I was 10 years old.
Wow. All right. And give us a little recap on the most recent year, 2010.
Well, we got off to a little slow start. The first 2 races just weren't going for us. Alabama, we had bike issues, and then we got a little figured out at Alabama, and we came out in the second moto for our production, and we came from 13th to 3rd, and then Bowling Green, Kentucky came out first in my Pro-Am Limited heat and won it, and then the next 3 motos were just no good. Got wrecked twice, and then got hung up again, and then Virginia, we went to Virginia. We felt good, but just got bad hole shots, and then from there on out, just kept it consistent, finished in top 3, top 2. Got a couple bad races in there, but other than that, really good year. I was happy for my first year in Pro-Am production.
Right on. Okay. Were you pretty serious this year? Is it all full on with you, or is this dabbling in it?
Oh, this is definitely my year. I think so. There's a few.
Well, 2010 we're talking.
2010.
How serious were you?
I was pretty serious.
Okay.
Just 2010, I was ready, but during the season I had practice bike problems, and couldn't really practice that much. And
Let's talk about that while you hit it. Training. How do you practice? How do you get ready for a race?
I go practice, of course, Thundercross, if not my track. But off the bike, I have a training camp. My friend Bobby, Big Dog Boot Camp. It works great. It really works you hard and gets me in shape good. And
what's that about? Boot camp? Is it a ride thing or the gym? You were lifting weights?
It's a gym thing. We go. It's at my it's at a middle school on the track itself. On the
bleacher races? You running up and down bleachers and stuff?
No. Just he has a trailer with the medicine balls, weight balls, like rubber band things that he hooks to the trailer. You got to work out with. We do band runs. You got a rubber band on your waist, and you got to run it, and they hold you back. And we do some running. We do in the middle of the track. We do some sprints.
Who's we? It's just you and him? You got a personal trainer?
No, it's a camp for anybody can go.
Okay. So who's there? Like motocross guys mostly, or is it anybody?
Just anyone.
Anyone. Okay.
Yeah.
Very cool.
Yeah.
Little 2-a-day football mentality almost, huh? Were you ever in high school sports football, or that's not just racing?
Just worked on racing because I thought if I played any sports, I'd get hurt and wouldn't be able to race.
You're into it. All right.
So
I like it.
Pretty dedicated.
I'd say. Let's talk a little 2011. And you seem like you're ready to go. I've been talking to you some here. You're pretty excited about the year coming up. And what is, I don't know, I guess I ask you, what's your goal in 2011?
My goal in 2011 is to try to wrap up the championship by Redbud. I think I can do it. There's a lot of good riders out there, but
no, wait a minute. Championship. Which class are we running? You going pro yet, or? No,
we're going pro in production.
In production? Well, I thought you said you were going. Hold on. I thought you said you were going pro.
No, they're not going pro. My team manager wanted me to go pro, but we talked to Harv, and he said if you're not 18, you're not allowed to go pro. So looks like I'm gonna be running Pro-Am for this year, and hopefully wrap it up and then run it at Redbud and Loretta's. If not Redbud, definitely Loretta's.
Okay. So if they'd have let you, you'd have probably been in the pro class this year?
Yes, I would.
Okay. Well, there's definitely some competition in the Pro-Am ranks, too. It's not going to be a cakewalk.
Oh, no, it's not going to be easy. There's a lot of good riders, but I think I might have an edge on them this year. Got a lot of experience last year, and I'm only getting faster, so we're looking good for next year, and I think we're going to wrap up some championships.
Who are you looking out for in the Pro-Am ranks? Do you know anyone come to mind? Maybe Clay Holmes. Is he running the Pro-Am?
Yeah, Clay Holmes will be running Pro-Am. Mark Maddle, Mark Winchester, Derek Schwartfager. I mean, that's some off the top of my mind. Not really thinking of anybody else, but there definitely gonna be some challengers, and I'm looking forward to it.
Okay. You talked earlier. You said you've dabbled in some cross country racing stuff. Is that your Are you going to try to do more of that kind of stuff, or are you going after this motocross championship?
I'm definitely going after the motocross championship, but I was going to run the GNCC this year in Pro-Am class.
For real? All of them? No, a couple here and there?
Just the first race in Florida.
Oh, there you go.
Just the first race.
That's a bunch of sand where a motocrosser can do well.
Yeah, we did we did decent last year for my first one on 450. You got 12th in Pro-Am. Really wasn't prepared, just went there and just kind of winged it, and we didn't do so bad. So I'm going to go this year. I'm going to go out to Thundercross. They have a cross-country track out there, and I'm going to train there for a few days and see if I can't get ready for this cross-country this year and finish top 5.
That's a decent finish. There's a lot of Pro-Am talent in the GNCC ranks, too. When you got your 12th place, what did you race? Was it a motocross quad? Would you have a
Yeah, it was actually this bike right here when we first got it. Everything was stock. I just had shocks and ITP tires, working great.
Did you narrow it up, or
nope,
just the way it comes?
Just the way it comes,
okay.
Stock.
Well, that's a good thing. Then in Florida here, it's wider, it's sand, so you're probably set up pretty good.
It was pretty good. We did decent. I was running good there for a while and got tired at the end because it's complete opposite of motocross. You're racing for 2 hours instead of 20 minutes charging.
But it seems like you liked it, though. You're going to try it again.
Yeah, I like it a lot. It's just a lot different style riding. Definitely like it.
Right on, right on. I guess you got a good friend in Chad Weenan. Tell me more about how that came about and how that happened and how you'd ride with him, whatever. Talk about Chad.
Chad was he was running pro, and the year that he really surprised everybody was when we started to get to know each other and when we started talking and stuff, and he always gave me tips, and I went to his house a couple of times, went and rode with him, trained with him. He really helped me out, taught me a lot of things. He just pretty much took me under his wing, and he's definitely one of my heroes, and can't thank him enough.
That's great. Speaking of thanking people, you've got this Motion Racing team. Talk a little bit more about that. What is that?
Well, Scott Ward with Motion Racing, he really loves the sport. He really wanted to help out everybody. I think we have 20 riders on the team this year, and youth riders. It goes from the smallest class you can get to the pro class. So it's going to be a great year, and Scott's really wanting to help out anybody he can, and it's a great team, and he's a great guy.
More on support. I know parents go a long way. I mean, you probably couldn't have done this without parents. Is that the case with you too? Most riders are that way.
My parents were definitely the biggest help in my success.
Right. From early on, I think you've been riding for a while now.
Oh, I pretty much, when I started riding was when I started racing. So I didn't really ride that much because I wasn't really interested in it. I rode dirt bikes for like a year before I started racing four-wheelers because my dad got back into it, and he bought me we had a bike there actually at the house, an LT80, and we rode that. We went to Etchicani in Georgia, and we rode that there, and we had a new bike by the next race because it was kind of a piece of junk, so we got me something good, and I really wasn't that fast of a youth rider, to be honest with you. I never really did that good until I did 07 season, and the WPSA is when I really stepped it up, and other than that, I was just another kid riding out there.
It's kind of cool. Most kids have to talk their dads into letting them go get a four-wheeler. In your case, it's pretty much the opposite.
Yeah, my dad actually wanted me to ride. He wanted me to stay on dirt bikes, but at the same time wanted me to ride a four-wheeler, so I rode a four-wheeler and fell in love with it, and was definitely way better on a four-wheeler, so I stuck with that, and then, you see me here today, I'm doing pretty good, so, my dad's the biggest help out of anybody for sure. He gives me tips and tips and tricks.
He raced himself, and that's where it comes from.
Yeah, he was a pro back in the day, and he definitely knows what he's doing, so he tells me everything. I try to listen to it as much as I can, and,
Those youth machines that he was buying probably weren't too cheap either. Did you race one of those full-on quads?
Oh, yes, I did.
So you went this full bore.
Yeah, and we went all out. We had JB build me my first good mod bike. We bought one from somebody, and it wasn't very good, so we had Jody with JB Racing build me a brand new one, and then he's part of the Motion team now. He's a great guy, and we kept that one for a couple of years and built the 300, and then we sold both of those and bought two brand new bikes, and Jody supplied everything for him, and he's a great guy, great components, and I thank him a lot.
And you coming through the ranks, have you won any championships or
I won 4 national championships. It was really good. I mean, I had a chance to win almost 7, and it came down to the last race, and we had some mishaps, and they really weren't our faults. It's something that happened, and could have won almost 7 championships if it wasn't for just small things. And then, but you know, that's how it works, and 4 championships is good enough for me.
Yeah, that's a lot of winning, and that's pro-worthy. You're right. I think you probably could go pro with those kind of credentials behind you. So let's just touch on a little bit more support. Any other deals in the making for 2011?
Well,
Anything exciting? What's going on?
The main sponsors are definitely Mushin Racing, FMF, JB Racing, Wayne with PP Shocks, ITB Tires, Troy Lee Designs. Those are the main sponsors. I don't really know who else is going to be sponsoring us this year, but Scott Ward and Jody Bateman are really putting together a good team, and I'm really excited to see what they have for us.
What's going to hold you back? Any girlfriends? Nothing's
gonna hold me back.
Nothing?
No.
Nothing's in your way?
Nothing's
All right.
in the way at all.
All right, very good. What kind of track are you looking for where you can get some wins? Are you a sand rider mostly? You like the Etchicani making anywhere?
Not really. I mean, I grew up in the sand, but to be honest with you, I'm just as fast on hard pack as I am on sand. And
Okay.
even though, like, the year that I did really good on my mod bikes, when I really surprised everyone, I came from finishing 5th, 6th, 7th to actually winning the Super Mini class and winning the 300 class was going to Hard Rock, and that's the hardest track you can get. It's just all hard. It's slick. It's like ice out there, and I went there and just trained as hard as I could, because I knew all the nationals were like that, and I got really good on hard pack, and I mean, helped out a lot.
Let's talk a little bit about your machine you choose here. I was lifting it earlier, and this is a heavy Suzuki, but I think you've probably got it dialed in. You went and won on this quad at Loretta Lynn's the final round, right?
Yes, I did.
And that's not easy to do, to go in at the hot sun in Loretta Lynn's. So something must be working for you on this machine.
Definitely a good machine. The Suzuki machine is
and
it's great.
Have you had choices? I mean, have you tried the Hondas or anything? Or
when I first started riding a 450, the first 450 I had was a Yamaha my dad had. And then, I mean, they really weren't working for us, so we went and bought a brand new Suzuki, left the stock, and put shocks and, you know, tires and rims and dirt bars, handlebars on it, and went out and rode it, and it's sitting in the corner over there, freaking torn down, so it's still over there, but I can't see me on any other bike. Don't really want to ride any other bike. I'm so comfortable on a Suzuki.
Very cool. Okay. Nothing wrong with that. It sure does look good.
Appreciate it.
Let's sum it up here. Well, let me ask you this. If any hobby, something's got to get in the way. I mean, come on. You can't just train and race. Golfing, Frisbee, I don't know. Nothing? Nothing that you do? What's a typical day? What's a typical day?
Come home from school, work on my truck, go work out, come home from another day, go ride, work on my truck. I mean, there's nothing really, to be honest with you. There's really nothing, because I don't want to do anything that jeopardizes racing. Don't want to do any hobbies that are dangerous to jeopardize.
Are you packing silencers and changing filters and swapping motors and somebody else? Nobody does that for you. You're working.
Me and my dad mostly, but I mean, when we're at home, I try to do as much as I can. I mean, my dad helps a lot, but I've got to the point where I can just change a motor out myself and do everything almost myself. Just rear end parts, like in the swing armor stuff, my dad has to help, because that stuff's kind of critical, but other than that, I can do almost all of it.
Okay, well, thank you for talking to us here. I wish you all the success in 2011. Go kick some butt.
I appreciate it. We will.